In just a few weeks, as we always do, we'll announce the 2022 Logger of the Year. Forestry, a major sector of the economy. It's no easy job owning a logging company. A lot of factors, weather, labor shortages, and equipment costs conspire against those who make it their profession. Still, some of them stand out, like 2019's Drew Sullivan of Performance Logging.
According to the USDA, 750 million acres of U.S. land is forested, generating more than $280 billion in products. In Mississippi, nearly 20 million acres of land is covered with trees owned by 125,000 different landowners. Needless to say, there's a lot riding on the logging industry. So when you're named the Logger of the Year, it's an impressive achievement. Say hello to the Mississippi Logger of the Year, 39-year-old Drew Sullivan.
It's a great honor, you know. I mean, I know people has logged all their lives, you know, and didn't get any recognition at all. And for me to have that at such a young age, I mean, it's meant a lot to me, and it's been an honor.
Sullivan started his company, Performance Logging, 8 years ago. But his love of the great outdoors and forestry in particular came long before that. His grandfather was a logger, so was his father, Gary, who ran S&S Thinning, featured in Southern Logging Times back in '96. It's easy to see how Drew's love of logging could be kindled. As
a kid, I'd play. My dad and my grandparents would buy me little toys and trucks and little skidders and stuff from B&G and some of the local dealerships. They would have little toy skidders and stuff, and I'd log, man. When I was, 5 and 6 years old, I'd be out there logging. I had a little handsaw, and I would cut little saplings down and cut them up in sticks and haul them, and so that's all I've ever wanted to do, I guess.
I've been knowing Drew since he was about 10 years old.
Jack Harrison is president of the Neshoba County Forestry Association. He's a consulting forester and member of the committee that nominated Drew for the honor.
Knowing him as a young boy, you could tell then that he had a longing to be in the woods, and he had logging as an idea for his profession. And since he has become a professional logger, and we have observed his work and his work ethics and his concern for the environment and his safety of his employees and the public that he works around, we just knew that he would be a good candidate for our selection for the Outstanding Logger of the Year.
Performance Logging cuts for Weyerhaeuser, one of the biggest companies of its kind in the world. Chuck Burke is an area manager for the company.
Drew is very much aligned with what Weyerhaeuser's core business policies are. I mean, he's really good at safety, and that he stands out really from the standpoint of he sets himself apart from other loggers by the way he handles his business safety-wise. He's got some really good processes in place that he has done on his own, and that really makes him pretty valuable to the company.
Safety, a key operational component for every logger. Vince Cusimano, a procurement forester and member of the Logger of the Year committee, makes that abundantly clear.
Something goes wrong out here, somebody usually dies. Something really bad can happen really quick out here. This equipment, these trees, they don't forgive. You can get hurt quick.
And it's a difficult job that they have to do every day, and like I said, challenges every day, things change, and he's able to work with those and adapt very well.
I told all the truck drivers, and I tell you guys too on the way out.
To keep safety high on the priority list, Drew holds weekly and daily tailgate safety briefings. He and his crews discuss every aspect of the job and work site, making sure key details stick with everybody. He also practices radar, a unique strategy of recognizing hazards and developing a plan to address them. To Drew, it's vital. Performance logging has never had a lost time accident, and it's personal.
Safety is a big deal to me because I have 2 little small kids. Most all my guys, they have family, and everybody wants to come home safe in the afternoon. There's no load of wood worth risking your life over. Logging has a bad rep for being a real dangerous job. It's getting a lot better. We don't even have a power saw on this job anymore. We trim up with a pole saw. All of our personal protection equipment's worn. So safety is a big deal, and I push that, and all my guys know that. So I'm proud to be, real safety conscientious.
Beyond safety, stewardship is of course just as important. Taking care of the land, water, and trees, and employees and the equipment they use, Drew says, is the mark of a good logger.
Being Logger of the Year is a big deal to me. I mean, that means a lot. I mean, that's a great accomplishment. And loggers in the past have had bad reps, years past, rutting and not taking care of the land like they're supposed to. And logging's come a long ways in the last 15, 20 years. A good logger is, they're out there now and they're taking care of the land like it's supposed to be. So I'm proud to be one of those guys.
And so the tradition carries on. Drew's dad sold S&S years ago and now works for his son. And though he's a man of few words, he did have some to share when it comes to Drew. It's obvious he's proud.
He's a 60 or 70-year-old man in a 39-year-old body. That's about what he amounts to. He, like a rainy day, you got to be working on equipment or something like he does, and you can't just go lay around at the house,
And just like his dad, Drew's been featured in Southern Logging Times too. He was on the cover in April of 2017, as much for his business savvy as his work ethic.
Drew's a good fella, good person. He deserves this. He's one of the ones that are going to be doing it for a long time. He's not going to be giving up. He's got a good business head on him and knows what he needs to do to make things work. He's got a good crew, and he's really into safety, so wanting everybody to get home at the end of the day.
The weather factors, the transportation factors, meal quota factors, there's just so many variables that go in that affect a logger that he has or has not much control over. And if you explain that to a young person that was looking for a career, they would probably turn down logging.
But not Drew Sullivan, Mississippi's Logger of the Year. As grueling as the industry can be, he says he's in it for the long haul. After all, there's a reason his company is called Performance Logging.
It's in my blood. It's been in my blood since I was a kid. I know that sounds funny to say that, but it really is. If I could do it all over again, if I had to start over again tomorrow, I'd start a logging crew up. That's what I would do.